All right. Well, I'm here today with Joyce. And Joyce, if you just kind of like to tell us a little bit about yourself and your story recently, we would love to hear it.
Okay. I've been on greens for a while, and I'd say about 3 months. And I'll tell you this, when we started it, I would never have thought anything would work as good as this does. In fact, in 1 week, we could already tell the difference. Our bodies, my husband takes it too, our bodies are like changing with each time we take this. And we missed it twice. The first time it wasn't that noticeable, but the second time, him and I both said we're never going to miss taking the greens again, because it made a big difference on how we felt, how our bodies reacted to it, how we could get up and go. And we did work, him and I, that we hadn't done in a long time, and we felt good when we were doing it and after we were done doing it. And I even told my husband, I said, how do you feel about this? And he said, if we could have gotten this 20 years ago, it would have made a big difference on how his physical body and mental body, or mental mind, can take this as well as mine, because I don't know what we would have done without it.
Now, you're an avid gardener, and
Yes.
by gardening, I mean a big garden. You all
Yes.
cut your own wood and burn your own wood, and
Yes.
you're very, very active people. But a year ago, we're in March of 2016 right now, March 10th. A year ago, you were not avid in the garden in the spring like a normal spring. And why was that?
In February, they told me I had cancer, breast cancer. Went in, they cut it out, did radiation, the very strong chemo. Then they went with the Herceptin, and that was from last year till this December. And it had taken a complete toll on me because I could not do anything. I tried, I couldn't even vacuum the floor. It had just took my body and just made it into nothing. And then I started doing these greens, and it made a big difference. I can now go out and work in the garden, pick up my wood, help with the wood, also vacuum, cleaning, doing things I couldn't do last year at all. And it makes a big difference.
Oh, absolutely. It's amazing. Just a few months ago,
Yes.
you'd lost your hair with the chemo.
Yes.
And it's coming in so good now.
Yes. And it makes a big difference too, because you feel better.
That's right.
And you look better. And I was so swollen, I just didn't look like myself. My body wasn't me, and now I'm getting back to being me.
That's right.
Yes.
And your color is good. You
Yes.
were pasty white before.
Yes.
Of course, most of us know what all the chemicals do
Yes.
with chemo and how that affects people.
Yes.
You've noticed it. Your husband Tom.
Yes.
He and you both are chiropractic patients and
Yes.
have been, and noticed great things over the years with chiropractic.
Yes.
But how have the greens affected his health now, in addition to chiropractic? What do you notice the greens have done for Tom?
Okay. He has skin cancer and melanoma. And with this, doing the greens, I've noticed a big change in his facial skin, how instead of them going in and forming the little cancer cells, now you can just take your hand after a day or two and they scrape off. And it's not cancer. It just scrapes completely off his face. Before, you couldn't do that. They just would go in and stick to his skin, and that was cancer forming. Now they don't do that. They just you can just take your hand and you can just scrape them right off his face. I mean, it's unreal. I am impressed as how these greens work.
Mm-hmm.
And they do. And he's mental. Before he was very irritable. It's calmed him down. His mental, I don't know what you would call it, like he wasn't sure. He was kind of irritating sometimes of what he was trying to get out and stuff. Now he's calm. His irritation is gone. He feels like a regular human being. And he doesn't have that aggravation that he was having before. And it makes a big difference. I mean, I didn't think it would, but with his age and everything, it's made him more like what he used to be when he was younger.
Right. Tom's how old?
He's 77.
And he's had a bout with prostate cancer, and
Yes.
he's doing better now.
Yes, in fact, 13 years he's been with cancer, and every time we go in, his PSA has been down. Even the doctor, the last time we went in January, said he could not believe his PSA is down because it had been climbing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gone, it's reversed itself.
How about his energy?
Oh yes, a lot better. Has improved. He wants to get out and do things. Before he did not. Like he said and I did, if we would have had this 20 years ago, it would have made a big, big difference.
Well, Joyce, I'm so excited to hear your story. We have seen you transform in front of us
Yes.
the last few months, and it's been exciting to introduce you to the greens. And I know when I just said, hey, you might want to think about this, you took one of the greens on the go and didn't turn back after that. You
No.
said, I love it.
Yes, it was a very good thing, and I just thank everybody for letting us know about this because it made a big difference in our lives.
Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing your story with us. Is there anything else you want to leave us with?
No, that's it.
Wonderful. Well, thank you much, Joyce.
Okay.
And you're how old? I didn't get your age earlier.
66.
66 and going strong. So time to garden, time for springtime.
Okay, thank you.